Hi everyone, it's Mindie. I have quite an adventure to share with you today. One that involves sleeping with chickens, spectacular coastal views, and the true magic of the Camino del Norte. So grab a cup of coffee and join me for day 10. Sometimes the most memorable Camino experiences come from the unexpected detours. Yesterday took an interesting turn when I arrived in Pobeña to discover the hostel I'd booked was brand new and wouldn't open for another 2 days. Standing there with my pack, I was wondering what to do when this wonderful Spanish couple approached. Despite our language barrier, Maria and Joseba immediately took me under their wing. After checking in the village and finding no vacancies, they made an offer I never expected, to stay at their home. We spent the evening sharing a wonderful dinner in the village, where they told me all about coastal life and the history of this region over delicious seafood and flowing wine. When we returned to their farm, I discovered their home was quite small, so my accommodations for the night would be the barn, complete with chicken roommates. I was, however, a very grateful pilgrim. I set up my sleeping bag directly on the straw-covered ground, and my roommates, several curious chickens, seemed to accept this pilgrim invasion of their space with surprisingly good grace. Well, until dawn anyway, when they proved to be very effective alarm clocks. After slipping out at 7 a.m., leaving a thank you note and small gift, I made a quick detour into the village for coffee and took in the spectacular sunrise over the beach. Then it was time to find the Camino path again, which started with a climb up through the forest. And then, oh my goodness, look at this view. This is why people walk the Camino del Norte instead of the more popular inland routes. The Cantabrian Sea stretching to the horizon, these dramatic cliffs, the way the light plays on the water. I literally couldn't stop smiling when I reached this viewpoint. My cold symptoms? Completely forgotten in this moment of pure joy. There's something about the Camino that continuously amazes me. They say the Camino provides, and these past 10 days have proven that over and over. From the man who gifted me an umbrella during that terrible rainstorm, to Maria and Joseba opening their home to a complete stranger, to these stunning vistas that appear just when your spirit needs lifting. This journey isn't just about walking across northern Spain. It's about the connections formed along the way, the conversations with people from all over the world, the unexpected kindnesses, the moments of challenge that make the beauty even more appreciated. 10 days and roughly 200 kilometers into this journey, I feel like I'm finally understanding what the Camino is truly about. It's not just a hiking trail. It's a path that connects people, cultures, histories, and landscapes in a way that transforms everyone who walks it. The path continues along these spectacular cliffs, each turn revealing another breathtaking view. And then, an unexpected friend appeared. This beautiful painted horse, with his distinctive brown and white coat, was enjoying the coastal grass with probably the best view of any horse in Spain. We had this wonderful moment of quiet connection, just observing each other peacefully in this spectacular setting. As I continued along the coast, the famous yellow arrows of the Camino kept guiding the way. These simple markings have directed pilgrims for centuries. From the medieval travelers seeking spiritual redemption to modern hikers like me, seeking, well, perhaps something not so different after all. This coastline has been shaped by millions of years of geological processes, with the relentless action of waves carving these dramatic formations. The Basque people have been navigating these waters for thousands of years, their seafaring expertise taking them as far as Newfoundland for whale hunting as early as the 16th century. As the path continues, you get these spectacular views of the coastline, with white buildings and red-tiled roofs dotting the shoreline. These small coastal communities have maintained their traditional character despite centuries of change. These villages represent generations of people who've made their living from both land and sea, farming the steep coastal hills and fishing the often turbulent Cantabrian waters. This resilience has shaped the unique Basque and Cantabrian cultures, known for both their independence and their community solidarity. By late afternoon, I reached Castro Urdiales, a beautiful historic port city with medieval architecture rising dramatically above the harbor. The magnificent Gothic church of Santa Maria de la Asunción has stood sentinel over this harbor since the 13th century, its stone walls witnessing centuries of maritime history. Castro Urdiales represents an interesting transition point on the Camino del Norte. Historically part of the Basque country, it now belongs to Cantabria, creating a fascinating cultural blend evident in the architecture, local dialect, and cuisine. The lively beach boardwalk area welcomed me, as I took in the boats gently rocking in the harbor, and, happily, several options to enjoy a good lunch before seeking my lodgings for the night. After last night's barn accommodations, I was looking forward to a proper Pilgrim hostel, mercifully chicken-free. These contrasting experiences, from a straw floor in a barn to the established Pilgrim infrastructure of this historic city, perfectly capture what makes the Camino so special. Each day brings something entirely unexpected. Each challenge leads to some new discovery, and the path continues to unfold in ways I never could have anticipated. For the Mindie life, this is day 10 on the Camino del Norte, where nature and humanity at their best make every step worthwhile.